clock? Oh, you already know what it is, man. Ooh and Jay, they coming through. Straight no chaser. Straight from the hip.
Straight from the hip, don't need no script, just need a microphone. My man Coach Boo gon' take you to the entertainment zone. They got the stats of this and that to keep this show on point. And when we're done, we have some fun and rock this funky joint. So if you will, sit back and chill, give us a chance to show ya. If one of y'all would like to call, we'll talk just like we know ya. We take control, then start the roll, and then there ain't no stopping. It's time to dip straight from the hip. Hey, yo, let's get it poppin'.
Coach, let's run it.
All right, folks, we're going to go ahead and get this thing started. Welcome to Straight from the Hip. I'm your host, Coach Gerald Boo Mitchell, coming to you live from Sugar Hill, Georgia. Here with my co-host, Mr. Jason. I don't know what you're doing today. I don't know what that is you got on tonight.
Well, I was trying to get a turtleneck, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My neck too thick, so I gotta wind it down.
You in there looking like Biggie tonight. You look just like Biggie.
I see some ladies tonight that want to have my baby, so come on now.
And Mr. Travis Butler. As always, Travis looking like Grizzly Adams over there.
Yeah.
Travis the
Folks, it's been a trying day. And I know that y'all gonna try to get on my nerves about damn Bengals and make me say something stupid about the Falcons, but I ain't gonna fall for that tonight. Tonight, I'm gonna relax. Tomorrow's my last day of work, and then I'm taking 2 complete days off. I mean, if Jesus called me and asked me for a session, I ain't gonna give him a session on Thursday or Friday. I'm gonna rest. I need to rest.
Wow.
So just so you know, if you anybody of my clients, Miss Peavy, don't try to get me to train your boy on Thursday or Friday. I'm done. I'm done for the week after tomorrow. So I'm not falling for any foolishness, any kind of shenanigans. I'm just gonna hit the button and take myself off here tonight. Cause Jason didn't bait me and try to get me all worked up, and I ain't gonna do that now. I'm gonna let y'all know now.
Before we get rolling into the show, we do want to give a special shout out to Jerry Vatner, everybody who's on the show that's part of the family. They know Jerry, huge Texas fan. I even did a segment with him about NASCAR with the Bubba Wallace thing going on.
Yep.
But just great guy, real good friend of ours. He's in the hospital right now. His wife has him on, so he gets to hear. So I just want to say to everybody from Straight from the Hip and the family, prayers go out to you, Jerry. We can't wait till you recover.
Absolutely.
So we can get you on the show and then clown you up about Texas and everything else about sports. So, Jerry, just, swift recovery, brother, and we'll see you real soon.
Coach said he's going to watch the Alamo Bowl just for you.
Just for you, Jerry. He's going to watch Texas play.
Yeah, I told you they're going to try to bait me, but I'm not falling for that. But I will say this. Jerry Vatner is good people, and I really appreciate him and his wife. And so we do wish you well, Jerry, and hope that you get better. I'm not sure that it's very smart for her to have you listening to this show while you're in the hospital. But I'm going to leave that up to your doctors. If your doctors say it's okay, then you go right on ahead, because if they ask me a question about Texas, I'm going to cut loose on you.
Well, all right, so as everybody probably who's watching the show, we do have a third cue that's popped up there. So I want to bring into the show a longtime friend of mine, Jake Kulig, and his son, Luke. And I know you guys are asking, well, why the hell do we have them on the show? Well, we have them on the show for 2 reasons. One, because, we just exclusive and we had the best guests. Luke plays for Collins Hill Eagles, who just got into the championship, Georgia State Championship. The second reason we have him on the show is that Jake, Luke's pops, said 2 years ago on this show that at this point, Collins Hill was going to be the team to beat, and he's ready to get his respect for calling it 2 years ago, and we may have to give it up, especially because Collins Hill beat Lowndes County to get to the state championship. So welcome to the show, guys. How you all doing?
Well, don't forget, we're doing great, Jason. But don't forget, before we beat Lowndes, we beat them raggedy North Gwinnett Bulldogs for the first time in 5 years.
See, let me tell you how God is.
We beat them down. Barrett
Let me tell
Park,
you, let me tell you how God is, Jay. See, that foolishness you were just talking, half of us couldn't even hear it because God made like the computer stop working when you were talking, and we couldn't even hear what you said because we knew it's not some foolishness. But now this is what I'm saying to you.
so I know.
This is what I'm saying to you. Still can't hear what you're saying, but this is what I'm saying to you.
I'm pretty sure that when you saw it, you thought about me.
I did you right, but let me say this for you. Let me make sure you understand this. You saying 2 years ago that Collins Hill was going to win the championship, that is no different than a damn Atlanta Falcon fan saying that same shit every year. Cincinnati Bengals, every damn year. Oh, we going to the Super Bowl this year. Cleveland Browns, Jacksonville Jaguars. I could go on and on and on. So for Jason to act like it's some kind of miracle because you called it when your ass been calling it every year since that boy was damn 6 years old. Somebody cares about that. So
that's where you're wrong. See, because I have a good background of calling it every year because I grew up a diehard Chicago Cubs fan. So I know what you're talking about. But see, when my daughter, who is 3 years ahead of Lucas, when she was there and I was on the show last time, I didn't really expect them to beat North Gwinnett that year. I just have to rep where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? But I did fully 100% believe that when this one and his little crew got to be juniors, that they would be ready to compete and ready to win.
okay. Well, let me say this now, just so you know. I mean, this thing kind of works in cycles, and everybody who follows high school football knows it's kind of a cycle thing. You got maybe 10 teams in the state. They're gonna be good every year.
Right.
I mean, every year they're gonna be up there and go make it at least to the quarterfinals. North Gwinnett being one of those teams. This was an off year for us because we didn't make it that far. And we normally always get at least to the quarterfinals. But like right. Buford's always going to make it semifinals, maybe finals, maybe lose, maybe whatever. There's several. Lowndes County is one of those teams. Valdosta is one of those teams. Everybody knows the teams around the state who are perennial contenders. And then there's everybody else. You got everybody else who's going to be like every 4 or 5 years, Collins Hill gonna step up and do something. Every 4 or 5 years, Brookwood gonna step up and do something. Parkview gonna step up and do something. You got that kind of thing going on. And I'm gonna take my hat off to you. Y'all had a hell of a team this year. And I'm gonna say this because one of my best friends in this world coaches for y'all, Fronte Fountain. Fronte and I've been damn near best friends for years. And I'm very happy. And I can tell you right now, I'm actually rooting for you guys against Grayson because we're on the north side of the county. They're on the south side of the county. It is kind of north side versus south side. We're region 7, they're region 6 or 8 or whatever the hell they are. So bottom line is that we're actually rooting for you guys. I'm actually hoping you guys have a slobber knocker and beat the hell out of it because that's just what we do in this business. But I'm going to tip my hat to Collins Hill because y'all great season, great team. And I don't know how you wound up losing some of the games that you lost, to be honest with you. Like when you lost out there to whoever them jokers were over there, Monroe, somebody or another. I mean, I couldn't believe you lost that one. But I honestly believe that y'all can. I'm not saying you will. We'll talk about that in a few minutes. But I think that y'all can win the state championship whenever it is. What is it, next Tuesday or something? It's something crazy. Next Wednesday. And that's something. Next Wednesday, they'll be playing for the state championship instead of playing on a Friday or Saturday. But anyway, hats off to Collins Hill. Miraculous season. I hope that you're able to go on ahead and finish what you started and bring home the trophy.
Well, we hope that too because nobody is gonna. Honestly, it's like you said, Collins Hill's been open for 27 years. I went to high school there, and we have never been I think we've only made it to the Final Four in 2001 and 2010 and lost both times. They've never been known for football. And when Coach Lenny Gregory came, his goal was to change that. And he's doing a pretty good job of it. And starting with this season and, even previous seasons building. But when I got to the car after Friday night's game, while they were dressing out, it was already everybody, Grayson's going to have an easy state championship, and Lowndes would have been a better matchup. And I'm just sitting there thinking to myself, what is wrong with these people? How would Lowndes have been a better opponent for Grayson when there's Lowndes kids on their buses, them nice, I know you know the buses, they was crying. They was crying walking back up that hill. And,
ain't no doubt. Listen to me. Let me say this about that. The reason why people say that, and you just said it yourself, Collins Hill ain't never been known for football. Lowndes County is known for football. Look, when I was at Lowndes County as a freshman, we won the state championship. Everybody on the team got a trophy. Everybody on the team got a plaque. Everybody on the team got a blanket with your name woven into and everything. I mean, every single member on that team got that. Baseball team won the state championship the same year. Whole team got one trophy. That was it. I mean, that's what I'm trying to tell you. I mean, one combined trophy to put in the coach's house. That's it. Yeah. No blanket, no trophy, no plaque. I'm just one combined trophy because that's where it is. Football is king in South Georgia. And so that's why everybody want to see Grayson play Lowndes County, because just as far as the name is concerned, as far as the heritage, as far as the history, Lowndes County is a much bigger football name than Collins Hill. But what that shows you is they're taking y'all lightly. And if I were you, I would keep quiet. I would stay on social media. I wouldn't say a word. And just go in there and kick the shit out of them next week. I mean, you flying under the radar. Just keep on flying under the radar and handle your business.
Yeah, yep. And that's the way it's been the whole playoffs, and we know that. And I've said it, that they can keep sleeping on us, because I think that's part of the reason why we won like we did on Friday, because I'm pretty sure them Lowndes boys on the way down here was thinking that they was just going to have a walk in the park, that it was going to be an easy dub. And
you're probably right. I would not doubt that at all.
Oh yeah, no, I watch social media. I watch a lot of the stuff on a lot of the pages, and nobody's giving us a snowball's chance in hell.
You know, they used to call it bulletin board material. Yeah, when some idiot would say something in the paper, and you pin it up on the bulletin board. Now with social media and all, you don't need no bulletin board material. I mean, you can play it back, you can remix it, you can have a guy saying it over and over again. You can have it where it wakes him up every morning with the guy saying, Collins Hill ain't shit. You can do anything. You can do anything nowadays. So like I said, y'all just stay inspired. Don't let anything happen to get you off track, and go in there and handle your business. And I mean, I'm telling you right now, I guarantee, and I know Lenny Gregory, he's been on this show. I mean, great guy. I love seeing Lenny and talking with Lenny. Lenny Gregory, I guarantee you right now, is sitting at home like this, with his fingers crossed tight, trying to make sure that nothing stupid happens this week that's going to get y'all off track. Oh, yeah. And so y'all need to make sure that nothing, because I'm telling you guys, it seems like something crazy always happens. And you don't want that to happen. So let the players be smart. Let the coaches be smart. Let the parents of the players be smart. Don't have your kids around a whole bunch of people at Christmas time doing all this other stuff. Don't be letting them run around the parties and all that, mess around and catch that bug. And then all of a sudden now they can't play for the game next Wednesday. So you got a whole week to make sure that kind of stuff does not happen, so that y'all can be ready for the big game.
Yes, sir.
All right, well, let's go to the star bit. Lucas, man, I mean, let us the height, weight, position you play, and your GPA. What you got for us, man?
Well, I'll start with the height and waist. Actually, I'll start with position. I'm an offensive lineman, and I'm a pretty undersized one at that. I'm about 5'10", 5'10" and a half. And right now, I'm like, I say 200 soaking wet. I'm not that big, but I play my position because something that I've always tried to do is beat the guy in front of me. It doesn't matter who it is. I don't care about names, stars, school you're going to. My job is to beat you. And that's why I'm playing where I'm at right now, and I'm playing for the team I am. Because there's kids on scout team that are way bigger than me, and but I'm beating all them out because I'm trying a lot harder than them. I want it more than them. And you said, was it GPA?
Yeah, GPA, yeah.
Yeah, I got a 4.0 right now.
Hey, that's what we talking about.
But don't just let that be for right now. Let that be forever.
That's true.
That's a big goal of mine too. Is my GPA. I've always took pride in my grades.
Good for you.
Good.
No, that's
Listen.
awesome.
I don't care about what your size is, because when I was at Peachtree Ridge, we won state championship 2006. We had Cameron Hayward on our team, who weighed over 300 pounds, now playing with the Pittsburgh Steelers. But we also had a guard on our team, Dylan. I can't remember Dylan's last name, but that joke only weighed 165 pounds soaking wet. But like you said, he knew how to get after people, and he was afraid of nobody. And so I've seen it happen. I've seen state championship rings, and his state championship ring ain't no smaller than the one I got. So do what you need to do. Handle your business. Everybody do your job. Bill Belichick, New England Patriots, do your job. As long as you do your job, good things going to happen.
So at the beginning of the season, because I know going into it, like we just spoke about, Collins Hill isn't known as a powerhouse in football. What do you guys have a team mantra or a team saying that you guys have used all year that keeps you guys motivated and etc.? If you do, can you share it? If you do not, what is the attitude amongst your team? Like, what is the culture there that's gotten you to this point where you guys are playing winning football week after week after week?
Yeah. So every year we like to meet up and we come up with the team motto. And this one, we already touched base on it a little bit, but this year was take the win, because we knew coming into the season we were going to be good. Like everyone in the community, we all knew we were going to be good, but we thought it was only going to be us that knew. Like we were going to be counted out all season, and no one was really going to root for us. So we said, no matter what, each week you got to take the win. It's not going to be easy, but you got to make sure you're taking it. And I feel like that's something that's been enforced harder than I've ever seen it. Like with the teams before me, I watched them, and they were good, but they didn't have the same mentality that we had. Every week it's just everyone's locked in, and it doesn't matter who you are, your name, your history. We're gonna come in there and we're gonna take the win from you, no matter what. It doesn't matter how, we're gonna win. And that's just something that I feel like is the first time Consul has ever had this type of mentality. It's the first time that all the players and coaches are on the same base with each other, because that's another thing we do. We always we're doing a lot of team bonding and stuff. And I feel like even though COVID set a lot of things back, I feel like ultimately it's helped us like become a better team together, because we all had to push through together, and we're all a brotherhood now. We're tighter than any other team that's ever come through these doors. So, yeah.
Absolutely.
That's
Now,
good stuff. I want y'all to be like the Cincinnati Bengals. They have a little mantra they use every year too. It's called, they always say, "We suck, but that's okay." That's their little slogan that they have every year for the Cincinnati. Ain't it right, Travis?
No,
Travis
that's not right.
Travis don't care. Right. We suck, but that's okay.
That's not right at all.
Speaking of, you mentioned briefly about COVID. Speaking about COVID, how has that changed the way that you guys have practiced, trained, and interacted? Do you think the COVID scenario has actually made you guys tighter, or do you think the COVID scenario made more obstacles for you guys to unite?
So at the very beginning, everyone was kind of freaking out. We panicked. We had no idea what was going to happen, what our season was going to look like. but our coaches did a really, really, really good job of us just bouncing right into it. Like none of our plans got messed up. I mean, some of our camps got canceled and stuff like that, but we still hit the ground running. We were rolling. We did meetings every day on Zoom, going through the playbook. We still met up with our mask on and everything. We would still work out in the weight room. We would get conditioning in over the summer. So, I mean, it was pretty normal. And I think because we had so many obstacles like that, it really did bring our team together because everybody had to work together. We all had to, our team was the only people we could hang out with because we didn't want to risk getting it from someone else. So if you wanted to hang out with someone, you were going to pick someone in your football team. And that really strengthened us, I feel like. And that's why we're where we are today. It's probably because of COVID.
Absolutely. I don't know, Travis, you got any questions for the young man or?
No, I think you're doing a good job.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you, Travis.
You're welcome.
Coach, you got any questions for the young man?
Oh, I got 1,000 questions for him. I'm just going to ask him one more. I know we got to move on with the show because y'all ready to start this foolishness. And I want the young man to see that and y'all get his head all jacked up before he had to play the game. Obviously, let me ask you this first. Let me ask you one question because we weren't sure about this. Where is the state championship being played? Where are y'all going to play Wednesday?
We're playing at Georgia State Stadium.
Okay, so it's not going to be at Mercedes-Benz.
The old Turner Field.
Yeah. Okay, I got you. That's what I thought. I just wanted to verify that.
You want to be on camera?
How do you feel about that as far as playing in obviously to me, if you're not gonna play in the dome, playing indoors, you may as well just play at a home field. How do y'all feel about going down there and playing in that arena?
Well, away is somewhere we really struggled this year. Like both of our losses have been away games. And I mean, even though this is like a neutral field, it's not really their home field. I think ultimately it's not going to play in our favor because, like I said, we struggled on the road. But I think a game of this magnitude it's just something we're not even going to have to worry about. Like we let the other two away games really get to us, and we psyched ourselves out. But this game, we're not even talking about where it's playing. We don't care about that. It could be played anywhere. It could be played at Grayson. And I mean, this is just something we're really focused on. And I think if it's not their field, it's better. I think it ultimately could just be the same as if it was home. We're just gonna treat it the same way we would home game.
Okay. Well, listen, like I said, I'm wishing y'all, I'm giving y'all all the luck in the world. I'm not gonna jinx Fronte because I hadn't talked to him before in the game all year. So I'm not gonna talk to him before this one. But he knows where my heart is. He knows I'm rooting for him to get that ring because he knows he and I got some national championship rings from FBU together. And I would love for him to get a state championship ring for this. So like I said, good luck to y'all next week. And like I said, let's get you back on the show, win, lose, or draw. Get you back on the show and let you tell us about the experience.
Yes, sir. I'd love to be on back on.
All right, man. Appreciate you.
You know I'm always ready.
Oh, well, yeah. Thank you, Jake. I appreciate you coming on. And, yeah, I'm for sure. We got to get you guys back on, win, lose, or draw, and let's chop it up and talk some more, all right?
Yeah, I appreciate it. And, you guys have a good night. I hope your buddy gets well.
Jerry, yes, sir. I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. Big prayers from Jerry. Big fan of the show. Great guy.
Yeah, definitely. And Coach, maybe next year, he'll be a senior. So next year, I think we'll play at North Gwinnett. So hopefully I'll get to see you live in person next year.
Oh, you'll see me. You're going to see me anyway. Hey, one way or another, you're going to see me too.
Hey, also, Coach, I was going to tell you when you said about people calling you, asking you to train their sons, you could probably get a good bit of business off them Lowndes boys because they need some training.
I know you're right about that. I agree. But let me tell you something. Just let me tell you something so me and you can stay friends. Don't ever talk about my mama. Don't ever talk about my kids. And don't ever talk about Lowndes County. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Those are the three right there. You can't talk about them three
back there. They didn't look too good after the game. They looked like they needed some help.
I know, but you know what? I mean, I might see your mama walking down the street and a wig might be on crooked, but I ain't gonna say nothing about it. I mean, don't talk about Lowndes County.
Hey, so from this point on, you got my word, okay? No matter what happens this year, next year, whatever, I got you on that. I just had to get it out.
I ain't mad at you. Hey, man, I appreciate y'all for being on the show.
All right, y'all have a good one now.
Thank you.
I got to go cook because you know he's always hungry.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, grown boy, I feel you. All right, Jake, y'all have a good one, man. Good luck.
Merry Christmas.
Yes,
Yeah,
man.
man, same to you.
All righty, thanks.
All right. I know we're going to take a quick, small break there. Thanks to Jake and his family coming on.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Collins Hill. Remember to join, I was going to say join the circus. Remember to follow us and subscribe to Straight From the Hip on YouTube, Facebook, and on Instagram. Instagram is SFTH20. Also, like I said before, if you missed today's show or miss any show on Tuesday, we will have clipped up versions of this show out on Wednesday on YouTube and on Facebook. So don't be ashamed. Just watch us there, and we can have fun there as well. All right, let's go jump right into high school football, and then we'll jump into college and jump into the NFL.
Yep.
Hold on, Dan. Let's say hello to Tom Holcroft. He's on here. What's up, Tom?
What's going on,
Denise Ham. What's going on, Ms. Ham? How you doing?
So we've probably already done most of the high school. Collins Hill obviously beat Lowndes County 31-14. Grayson beat Norcross 28-0. So that is the state championship title game for 7A, Collins Hill versus Grayson. And then the only other title game that I saw that involved local teams was Buford against Lee County.
Yeah, Buford and Lee County will be an interesting game there because, that's South Georgia versus North Georgia, which is what most people kind of like to see in the state championship game. All the haters of Gwinnett County are crying again out there in social media because two Gwinnett County teams are playing each other for the state championship. And it's been that way a lot of times here, in the last 15, 20 years. So they should be used to it by now. But they wanted it to be Lowndes versus, somebody up here. And it didn't work out that way. Or Colquitt versus somebody up here. Valdosta came up here and got, just absolutely drugged by Buford the other night. So it is what it is. Now Lee County, and I hear Lee County is pretty good. So it'll be interesting with Lee County and Buford. But two Gwinnett County teams, again, like I said, going to go at it down at Georgia State for the 7A title. And it's going to be interesting is all I'm going to tell you. I think it's going to be too close to call. I think the last time they played, it went into 2 overtimes. So this will be a very interesting game. On paper, you'd have to go with Grayson. They're ranked number 1. They've been ranked number 1 most of the year. Phil Moffitt is out, so that's big because he's the best running back on the planet in high school. But like I said, other than that, you'd have to give the nod to Grayson. And Collins Hill definitely be in the underdog spot, but Collins Hill's a good football team.
Absolutely. Real quick, with Lee County, I'm sure no one really cares about it, but I'm going to say it anyway. The starting running back for Lee County is committed to South Carolina, so good for him. Go him.
Congratulations to him.
Yeah,
scholarship.
I just tell you, he got somebody giving him some bad advice down there. That's all that tells you right there. That's all that tells you. He needs to get a new advisor, or if he hasn't signed anything yet, I need to holler at him after the game. I might go down there just to pull that young man out to the side and give him some advice and try to fix that.
Oh, Lord. All right, well, let's do a real quick Coach's Corner. Everybody, we do Coach's Corner every week where we ask Coach some direct questions, and Coach will give us his answer perspective from the coaching side of things. The biggest one I have, because I keyed on something that Lucas said. He basically made a comment about their on-the-road record. The only games they lost were on the road, and how this game is away from home, but they're going to try to treat it like a home game. As a coach, when you know your team has struggled on the road or playing away from home, but this is a big championship game, how do you get that psychology right and get them ready for this game?
Well, what you try to do, guys, is you try to make a road game be just like a home game. Because see, the reason why you're comfortable when you're at home, because when you're at home, you have the same routine that you do all the time. Like at North Gwinnett, as soon as they get out, they go into the weight room. We take roll to make sure everybody's there. Then everybody goes and takes a nap for a little while. We wake them up. We take them and feed them. It's that same old routine. But whenever you go on the road, because the distances are different to each game, it's never the same routine. So, the bus ride is going to be a little bit different. Because now you got to drive downtown Atlanta, and God knows what the traffic is going to be like. And all that stuff disrupts the routine. Because you have on your schedule, we'll get down there at 5 o'clock. We'll start taping the kids up at 5. Now, all of a sudden, something happens where you don't get down there till 5:15. So now it seems like you're in rush mode. And, anything can happen. That's why you try to get a police escort, try to do all these things to keep that stuff from happening. But always something happens. We have sometimes, I think this year, we had one kid left his damn cleats back at the damn field house. Another kid forgot his football helmet. So you have all kinds of things like that happen, and it disrupts the flow. And when that happens, that's why you'd much rather be at home, because obviously if he left his helmet at home, well, all I got to do is run back inside and get it. When you're going down to the Dome or whatever, downtown Atlanta, and somebody leaves their helmet. Now, don't get me wrong. You do have what we call a dead man's bag. They have a bag on the bus that is a complete football helmet, shoulder pads, every pad that somebody will wear. They have at least one of those on the bus, because ultimately that somebody's going to do something stupid and leave something or be without something. So you pack what we call a dead man's bag, which is a bag for nobody, but it has all of the components inside. So, but that's what it's about. And when you're playing at home, it's that comfort factor. Not to mention, of course, you got mama, daddy, girlfriend, pastor, everybody else sitting up there in the stands. So that's another comfort piece. And, it's the unknown. You got the unknown going on right now, because when you get down there, they don't know what the dressing room's going to be like. They don't know what kind of room they're going to have. They don't know where they're going to meet. Before the game starts, they don't know how much room they're going to have to stretch in, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So it just brings on a little bit more anxiety to the players who are on the road.
All right. Do we got anything else for high school football that you want to hit on? Or
I don't think so.
Jake also said Lucas is trying to go to Tech to be an architect. Shout out to you. That's a great aspirations there.
Yes.
I like it. And
with a 4.0, son, you're going to be able to do just about anything you want to do.
We'll move on to college.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. College, this past week, we had the conference championship games. Run through those real quick. I don't think there were any major surprises. So Alabama beat Florida. Don't think anyone's surprised. They're high-scoring game.
No, wait a minute, Travis. Wait a minute. You can't do that. See, this is the problem that we have right here. You say Alabama just beat Florida like, they monkey stomped them. The score was 52-46. One of the best games of the year. And you just going to run by it like that. You may as well be on that damn CFP committee. That's the damn problem right there. They're the number one team in the country, and they had to rush to beat you and only beat you by 6 points. And you just like any other win, Alabama beat Florida. Let's move on. It don't work like that. That was a hell of a game. Yep. And give Florida some props. They hung with the number one team in the country. Hold on here. And where did they rank them? Number 7. The damn CFP ranked them number 7. Lost by less than a touchdown. Well, going by what a touchdown really is, they lost by 1 touchdown to the number one team in the country. And for that, they get ranked number 7. You gotta be crazy.
Well, they got 3 losses. I think that's about fair.
Go ahead. We're going to talk about the rankings in a minute. Come on.
Okay. Clemson beat Notre Dame. That was a beatdown. Agreed? Okay. That was a straight beatdown. That wasn't even a game after the second quarter.
Well, wait a minute. Yeah, especially you. You know I'm finna get all deep in your ass because when this happened last time, when Clemson lost to them without Trevor Lawrence, oh yeah, Notre Dame number 2. Oh yeah, Notre Dame. And I said, Travis, Trevor Lawrence didn't play. It don't matter. Oh, it don't matter.
You did say that. You did say that.
I mean, what the hell, Travis? I mean, give me some consistency. That's all I'm saying. I might be dead ass wrong, but I'm saying what? I'm consistent. I guarantee I'm consistent. Travis, you all over the place. You're like, oh yeah, Clemson. Oh yeah. I mean, the biggest Clemson hater in the world. Now all of a sudden you're like, yeah, oh man, Clemson. That's exactly what it is. Hell out of Notre Dame.
Well, congratulations to Clemson there.
All right, what's the other one? Okay. Go ahead.
Ohio State beat Northwestern.
Okay.
Yeah, that's that's the one you need to yawn on right there.
Okay. I wasn't going to say anything about that one.
Go ahead.
And then Oklahoma beat Iowa State to win the Big 12. I'm not even going to bring up the Pac-12.
Big 12 did what?
Oklahoma beat Iowa State.
Yeah,
it was a competitive game. Okay, there you go.
All right.
So the college football committee came out with their top 4. Alabama 1, 2 is Clemson, 3 Ohio State, and 4 Notre Dame.
Do we all agree with those top 4?
Hell no.
All right, Coach, you got the floor.
Listen,
what's your top 4? Who should have got in?
Listen, I'm telling you right now. We all kind of thought that this was all about money and all being kind of rich and everything else. But now we have confirmation. Houston, we have confirmation. Come tell you right now, there is no way in the hell. Let me tell you what people are saying. Because I've spoken to many people about this. Everybody saying, well, boo, they put Notre Dame at number 3 because they didn't want Notre Dame to play Clemson again. What the hell does that mean? What's that got to do with anything? I mean, you want to rank the teams where they belong. Well, I mean, I know that's kind of a unique concept, but shouldn't you rank them where they belong? I mean, I don't give a shit if they have to play each other for a third time. So, I mean, put the teams where they're supposed to be. That's why this is that hateration that y'all want to do. Just like with the SEC. Oh, ain't nobody trying to see 7 SEC teams in the top 10. Well, shit, if they're the top 7, they need to be in the top 10.
Yeah.
I mean, why would you not do that? So, I told y'all, let me give you I'm going to give you their top 10 first. Then I'm going to give you the people's top 10. Alabama, this is them. This is the jackass top 10. Alabama, Clemson, Ohio State, Notre Dame, Texas A&M, Oklahoma, Florida, Cincinnati, Georgia, and Iowa State. That's the dumbass top 10. Listen, from what has happened this season, there couldn't be a worse top 10. There couldn't be a worse top 10. Now, poor Travis sitting there shaking his head. Alabama number 1. Listen to this, Jason.
Stop. Do you agree with Alabama at number 1?
Hold on, I'm about to tell you. Alabama number 1, Clemson number 2. I've been saying that shit the whole season. My number 1 and number 2 hadn't changed. That's your dumb ass had put Notre Dame at number 2. What did I say? I said, Travis, you losing your mind. Not only did Trevor not play, that number 47, who's the middle linebacker, he didn't play. They had like 4 starters out that game. Oh, doesn't matter. Remember that?
You said just like Travis.
Here we go. I told you.
Yeah.
Alabama 1, Clemson 2. All season long, that's the way my list has been. Number 3, Notre Dame. Notre Dame is number 3. Number 4, Texas A&M. Texas A&M should be number 4. I know. You want Ohio State. No, you probably want South Carolina there, but it ain't going to happen either. That's fine. Texas A&M should be number 4. Guess who number 5 should be? Florida. Florida almost beat Alabama. Good God Almighty. And y'all got down at 7? Florida should be number 5. Number 6, Cincinnati. Number 7, Georgia. Number 8, Ohio State. Ohio State should be at number 8. Number 9, Indiana. Number 10, North Carolina. That's the people's top 10 right there. Oh, yeah, I know. Well, you're a homer, Travis. Everybody knows you born and raised in Cincinnati, Ohio. So, of course, you're a Ohio State lover. How you going to put a team in there that played a half of a season? They didn't play about half the season. I mean, you say, oh, Ohio State was 6-0. Well, shit, at one point, everybody was 6-0. I mean, they didn't play about 6 games. I mean, you gonna try to knock somebody for being 9-3? That's because they played 12 games.
Okay. Travis, your rebuttal to this.
Come on, Travis.
First off, yes, I was born and raised in Ohio. I have never been an Ohio State fan. For anyone that knows me, I've never been an Ohio State fan. So I've always hated on Ohio State. So that has nothing to do with it. Second of all, you're Texas A&M, you said. That's the biggest one that everyone has a gripe with. It's Texas A&M.
Right.
Yes. Did they lose one game this year? An only one game? Yes. Did they even make the conference championship game? No. You can't put
because of who they lost to, Travis.
They lost to Alabama. They lost to Alabama. But again, if you don't even make your conference championship game, you can't be in the college football playoff.
Everybody gonna lose to Alabama. Everybody in the college playoff gonna lose to Alabama.
Well, Mr. Peavy said he called Clemson to win it all, so OJ feels differently about that statement.
And not only did they lose to Alabama, they lost 52-24. So it wasn't even like a close game.
That's a good point.
Right? Like, they had their shot, and they blew it, and they got their butt kicked. Like, you can't put them in the College Football Hall of Fame, or college football playoff. Sorry. You can't do it. I know they only have one loss, but when you have an undefeated team, you got to put the undefeated team in. Yes, have they only played 6 games? Yes, I get it.
I wish I could say that I would love to see Ohio State beat Clemson, which ain't gonna happen. So then they can just get monkey dropped by Alabama, because that's what would happen then. Wait to see how bad that game would be. No. You know what? I'm so glad Clemson gonna get to play Ohio State. I'm gonna tell you right now, Dabo Swinney is going to try to score. He gonna try to bust the clock. He gonna try to put. They better be installing the 3rd digit wherever they playing right now, because Dabo Swinney gonna try to damn score 100 points on damn Ohio State.
Well, Coach, you did see. Of course, Dabo has is a college football coach. He has his own ranking that he's allowed to do for the.
He said at number 11.
He had Ohio State.
He said Ohio State number 11.
Yep.
Like I said again, I'm not hating. This is the people's one I did. Ohio State should be about number 8. This is the people. Listen, this ain't Coach Boo's. This is the people's right here.
Okay, well, let's switch gears to real quick. I know they announced the bowl games. I know we don't care about any of them, but I will say this. Coach, if you had to choose a bowl game outside of the playoff that you will probably watch, what will it be?
I don't know. Probably the Peach Bowl. Just because it's here in Atlanta, and I always try to look and see if I can recognize somebody in the crowd. That's about all. These bowl games. Why not?
Travis, any bowl game you're looking forward to outside of the playoff?
Yes, I have a few bowl games outside of the playoff.
I only want one, bro. I only want one. If you had to choose one. We know you like college football, so you'll choose like 7. We only need one, man.
I actually have 2. I have 2.
Oh, geez,
give me 2. Give me 2.
Right,
okay.
Go ahead.
I'll give you Oklahoma versus Florida. Okay. And
actually interested in that one. I will watch that.
Thank you. And my sleeper bowl game, everyone should be watching. I know Coach won't. Liberty versus Coastal Carolina.
Hell no.
Saturday at 7:30 on ESPN. Liberty.
This is my thing. What bowl are they playing in? What bowl they playing in, Travis?
I don't know what it's called.
I know nobody does. That's my point. That's my point. Like right now on TV.
The FBC Mortgage Cure Bowl.
Oh my God. How bad does that sound?
Oh, yeah, it is a Cure Bowl God. All right.
Yes.
You see what I'm talking about, Jay? This is my problem with bowl season. Like right now, I don't know what they got on something like the stankbooty.com Boca Raton. I mean,
you
something terrible.
BYU.
Whatever. I mean, it's awful.
Hey, hold on. I will say, if you want to be, of course, big into the NFL, you love watching prospects, you should be watching that. Zach Wilson, the quarterback for BYU, is going to get drafted in the first round as a quarterback. So,
according to who?
Everybody.
I mean, yeah, according to everybody, Sam Darnold was like the #1 pick overall.
Yeah,
I mean, y'all kill me with that. Y'all kill me with that mess. I mean, here you done already got this boy going in the first round when they got some of the worst quarterbacks in the history of the NFL, Carson Wentz and all these other jokers out there who are going to be looking for homes next year because the jokers like you want to talk about this boy going to be going in the first round. You crazy as hell.
I will say I am looking forward to the Lending Tree Bowl with Western Kentucky versus Georgia State, only because my wife works with Georgia State.
Yeah.
So they come to the school that they probably need really, really badly. So I will take that.
Thank you, Jason. There you go. Jason talking about his wife need to get paid.
Exactly.
That's why he wants to support that bowl. He wants everybody to watch that bowl so his wife can bring home that turkey that they're going to eat for Christmas dinner. I ain't mad at you, Jay. Look, keep it real. That's all I'm saying. Let's just keep it real, America. That's why we got these bowl games on. Nobody wants to see this bullshit. I mean, these games are terrible. Like they said, they got doggone Coastal Carolina playing who?
Liberty.
I mean, seriously? Who wants to watch that other than the people that live in Myrtle Beach and Travis?
Yeah.
Because he's a South Carolina boy. I mean, listen, guys, I'm just saying, let's just all keep real. This is my thing. I mean, and it helps with the whole COVID thing. You don't need anybody in the stadium. Let them jokers get the TV revenue. Let them make that money. Let them make that paper. Get some good advertising on it. Everybody stay home. Put your feet up. Have your little smoke, little drink, do whatever.
Yeah.
Have your little coffee. Have your business.
Tom said, "Why watch the Smoker Bowl?" I'm right there. I see you, Tom. All right. Any more on college football?
Nope, I got nothing.
Okay, well, we will shift gears to the NFL. Before we shift gears again, just please be reminded, YouTube, Facebook, Wednesday, clips of the show, straight from the hip. Check us out. Follow and subscribe. Tell your friends to follow and subscribe. Where the show can you hear Coach Clown like this, and we actually read your comments because this is a show for the people. All right, let's go on to NFL.
Chargers beat the Las Vegas Raiders, or what John Gruden had on his hat, the Oakland Raiders.
Okay. The only question I have for this, the Raiders started off 6-3, I believe.
I believe so.
Now they're 7-7. Coach, as a coach, what do you do when your team is collapsing and free falling like this?
It's tough because it can be for a number of reasons, especially in the environment that we're in. Because it could be they've had some COVID cancellations. It could be they've had some players out due to COVID and whatnot. So it just really depends. And I'm sure we'll talk about Pittsburgh. They're another team that's been collapsing. I mean, you're noticing this about a lot of folks around the league. And a lot of people are out there attributing some of this to some depression that's been coming because of the type of season that we've been having. Because it is very stressful now to be in this environment where, like Jake was just already talking about a few minutes ago, his son was just saying that, all the team has to just be around each other because they're afraid that if they go around other people, they might catch that bug and bring it back to the team. And so you're trying not to do that. Well, guess what? Folks aren't used to always being that way. And I know as much as everybody would like to think that, hey, this is the NFL. We're one big family. We're the Pittsburgh Steelers. We love each other. It ain't that way. I mean, normally it's dudes on team that cannot stand each other.
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason you're there is because you're getting that coin.
Yep.
So the bottom line is that when you're in an environment where you are being forced to stay around people that you don't like, to stay around, I mean, some people can't stand the sight of each other. And I mean, when you're stuck in that, think about it. Think about it. COVID-19, you stuck in that house. You got to be there all day long. Y'all saw that clip? I think I said now, TJ, where they said, hey, choice A, you can stay home with your wife and daughter.
I'll take choice B.
I'll take B. Give me B. So that's what I'm saying. They're in that type of an environment. And so I think that some of it is just being attributed to that. So it's very difficult to say, Jason, without knowing any more about what's going on with that team. Some of it's scheduled, in the beginning, they played a bunch of softies. Now the end of the year schedule is a little bit tougher. They're going up against tough competition, hadn't been tested. And so that's going on. So either way, like I say, you got to figure out what's going on and fix it.
All right, just one word answer. Is Anthony Lynn there next year? Travis?
No.
Coach?
Probably not.
Okay, let's move on.
Okay. Bills versus over the Broncos.
I like this game because this game is a prototypical example of quarterback development versus no quarterback development. As a guy that works with athletes every day, Coach, what have the Buffalo Bills done to develop Josh Allen from a guy that was limited throwing and was a runner to a guy that is very strong, is a better passer, but also keeps mixing in his run? What do you do in the offseason to help or teach that or grow that?
Well, first thing you do is you get what is Stephon Diggs? Is that him?
Yeah.
That's the first thing you do is you go out and get one of the best receivers in football who's just a dog and doesn't have a bunch of foolishness that he brings along with him. I mean, the man has great work ethic. You don't hear anything about him. Mm-hmm. You don't hear him cussing anybody out on the sideline. You don't hear anything about him videotaping his coach talking in the locker room. I mean, you don't have any of that foolishness. All you have is somebody who wants to come to work, who works hard. I know his trainer. His trainer is a good friend of mine, Myron Flowers. And like I said, he says Stephon is that guy. So like I said, at the end of the day, when you have somebody like that and you have a go-to like that, dude, the sky's the limit. The sky's the limit for them right now. I'm telling you right now, nobody wants to draw the Bills in the first couple rounds. I guarantee you don't want to play them right now.
Nope.
You're absolutely right. Absolutely right.
I think that's the one team that the Chiefs definitely don't want to face either. I think that's the team.
Nobody wants to play them right now.
So
take them down.
Travis, do you think his development's been more of getting a true number one, or do you see anything different in his talent or skill set?
I think his accuracy has gotten better this year than what it has. Probably, due to his offseason work. But I think having the number one has really helped because with a number one wide receiver, he's more likely to go after the ball, kind of, reach a little bit more, jump a little bit higher to get to come down with the completion. So his Allen's completion percentage is getting, increased due to having a number one wide receiver.
But Jason, too, that number one, when you have that number one receiver like that, I mean, that increases your confidence because you'll throw a ball that you wouldn't have thrown before because you trust him to get it. I mean, where before you had, Travis out there, you didn't hear it. You like, man, shit, Travis ain't gonna get it.
All right, let's go on to the next one.
I don't want to. Green Bay over the Carolina Panthers.
I think Green Bay is rounded and starting to hit their peaks. I think they're getting dangerous every week. Panthers might as well wrap it up for the year. It ain't no reason to even play McCaffrey again. You probably better off even sitting Teddy Bridgewater just to be safe and move on.
I agree. I'm with Jason all the way. I mean, start tanking. Go on ahead and try to move up a couple positions in the draft. Now, don't be like the Atlanta Falcons, some of these other jokers, and keep trying to win and still lose anyway.
What are you talking
about? Get people hurt along the way.
Funny enough, actually, Carolina, as of right now, Carolina and Atlanta have tied this for the best, same record. So they're fighting it out for 4 and 5 in the draft right now. So.
Okay, all right. Let's go to the next one.
Dallas beat the 49ers.
Oh, whoa.
Nobody cares about either one of them teams. Keep moving.
Keep moving. Okay.
Oh.
It's okay.
I mean, it's one thing I'm used to losing with the Niners, but it's nothing when I have to lose to Dallas. Like
Here's the thing.
Gut punch when I lose to
Here's the
Dallas.
thing about me and Jason. I feel like Jason. I kind of rubbed off on Jason a little bit because this is my thing. I'm gonna keep it real, even with my own team. Like Jason, like, hey man, we won the game. Well, I said, yeah, but we still suck.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that would be my thing with Jason because, like, I still hate Gigolo Jimmy. You know, we still got to have this. I mean, I'm a fan, but I'm not a fanatic like Travis. You know, Travis gonna be sunshine up my behind, happy. Hey, Cincinnati Bengals, Joe Burrow's back. They said he's gonna be out there playing with 1.5 legs, but he's still good, and we still gonna win. No, Travis. See, I'm a realist. Travis is a pie in the sky guy. And so I keep it real with my own team as well. And that's the 49ers.
All right, Travis, give us one positive thing about the Dallas Cowboys.
Dak Prescott, when healthy, is a quality starting quarterback.
All right, there you go.
Can I give you one thing? Can I give you one thing, Jason?
Yeah, go ahead.
Man, them cheerleaders got some nice uniforms.
Next one, go on to the next.
Tennessee Titans beat the Lions.
I don't think there's nothing here.
Agreed.
Ain't nothing there. I mean, you know, hopefully, Matt Stafford will either be out or out of the league or at least out of Detroit next year. Hopefully.
All right.
Okay. Indianapolis Colts beat the Texans.
I don't got nothing on
Dude,
that.
I mean, the Texans are one of the worst teams. Y'all want to anoint Indianapolis. I'm not ready to do that yet. I think they're an okay team, but I think they're one and done when they get to the playoffs, if they get there.
All right.
Okay. Miami Dolphins beat the New England Patriots.
Is this the end? Is this a change of the guard for New England, or is this just a off 1 or 2 years for Bill Belichick?
Well, I mean, it's not changing the guard. You know, you can still say that, you know, half his defense quit before the season started. I mean, they had like 6 people opt out.
Right.
So, you know, if they had done something this year, it would have truly shown how good Belichick was, because at the end of the day, you had all those people opt out on you like that. And then they've had some COVID stuff going on and all that. So this is just a tough season. But I think it's an aberration. I think they will be better next year. I'm not sure that Cam will be there. I'm pretty sure that Cam won't be there because it's too much just for Cam. Either he way over here or he way over here. And it's not just a little slight fluctuation like this. And I don't think that goes well with Bill Belichick. So this might be it for Cam, unless he said on Twitter the other day, I got a lot of football left in me. Well, it might be geared to the CFL game. So you might get used to that wider field they got up there, and that might suit you a little better.
Do you think a little bit of Cam's struggles is the talent or all totally Cam?
Well, it's definitely the his surrounding personnel isn't very good. But guys, let's keep it real. I know he was an MVP one year and all that, but Cam Newton has always still struggled really as far as being a pinpoint passer. He ain't ever been that. Let's keep it real. Right. He ain't ever been no pinpoint passer or anything like that. He's been that guy who can extend the play. When you get him a good guy who can separate, he can extend and get the ball to him. But he ain't ever been no dead-eye passer. I mean, we all know that.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, Chicago Bears beat the Minnesota Vikings.
I ain't got nothing on
I
that.
was surprised. I was surprised to see this, especially with Mitch Trubisky back there. But they still suck. I mean, whoever's a Bears fan, and hats off to my dear departed friend, Fred Ferguson, who was the biggest Chicago Bears fan that I knew. But guys, they still suck. I mean, they are still toilet water.
Okay. Next one.
Okay. In what could be the upset of the year, the New York Jets beat the Los Angeles Rams.
Coach, how does your team rebound from losing to a team that can't beat anybody but beat
By
you?
your coach kicking their ass all week. and calling them names and talking about their mamas and everything. I mean, and he did it the other day. I mean, he had already blasted them in the little post-game press conference about how that's the worst team in the league. Everybody knows it, and they lost to him. I mean, what's the name went off? McVay went off on him the other day. In the little press thing I saw. So I mean, at the end of the day, dude, that's a tough one right there. That's tough when you know that team is that bad, and then you lose to them like that. That was really sad.
All right.
Seattle Seahawks beat the Washington football team.
I don't think there's much there, but I think we're saying it every week, man. If Washington gets in those playoffs, that front D line, you don't want no smoke with that. So
you know what I'm trying to tell you? I mean, you know, the thing about it is you might even win the game, but at what cost?
Yep.
Because they're gonna get you a quarterback a couple times. I mean, I'm serious. I mean, that's what you really worry about right there, because we might wind up winning the game, but are we gonna lose a quarterback? Are we going to lose a running back who's stepping up for pass protection? Or are we gonna lose one of our offensive linemen? Because them jokers they are beasts on that defensive line.
Well, one person Washington may lose is Dwayne Haskins after what happened after the game. So,
what happened after the game? Oh, fill us in. You know, I don't know what's going on.
Oh, you don't know?
No.
He got caught at the shake joint with no mask.
Oh,
and there's pictures of him with no mask at the shake joint.
Here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. Like, all right, Haskins, you come in the league, you get Jay Gruden to say your work ethic's bad and you ain't ready. Everybody in DC kind of shitted on Jay Gruden. Jay Gruden leaves, you get Ron Rivera in. Ron Rivera gives you a starting job. Lets you take your best shake at it.
Yep.
He benches you in favor for Kyle Allen, who Rivera had last year was terrible.
Terrible.
Yep.
Then Kyle Allen gets injured, and instead of going back to you, goes with a guy that pretty much had a reconstructed knee. His knee is full of pipes and screws.
You suck your leg.
And he rather roll with him than you. He gets injured. You get another chance to get into the starting role, and you ain't playing good, and you don't got the decency to sit your ass at home and even wear a mask at home. You should be in bubble wrap at home. But instead, you know what? You should cut that joke and nobody ever pick him up. And you know me, I'm always in favor of black quarterbacks. You know, I ride with them. I think we need better backup jobs for him. That's some bullshit.
Well, his agent told him, this is something y'all don't know about, and I shouldn't let y'all know about this, but his agent let him know that there was a possibility he might be being traded to Atlanta. So he went on ahead and figured he tried to see what it was like going to the strip joint without a mask on. So that he get ready. So that he get ready for Atlanta. Like Lou Williams did.
Magic on his mind.
Gotta get those wins.
Magic on his mind, baby.
Okay.
All right, next one.
Real quick, talk about other unsuccessful former first-round bust quarterbacks. You hear about Josh Rosen, I assume?
Yes, he signed with the 49ers, yes.
Okay.
I'm not too upset about that.
Okay.
Who did I didn't hear that?
Nick Mullins is god-awful. Got to be better than Nick Mullins.
Yeah.
Okay. Baltimore beat the lowly Jacksonville Jaguars.
I don't even want to speculate if this is a new return to form for Baltimore because they beat the Jaguars. It don't matter.
Here's the thing. The only thing that makes that relevant is Pittsburgh's loss the other night.
We'll get in
Jacksonville might be able to sneak in and win the division if you know everything falls right here at the end. That's the only thing that makes that relevant.
Okay.
Arizona beat the Philadelphia Eagles.
I'm not a Jalen Hurts fan, but I will say that the team is playing way better under him. I would be a little bit concerned, though, going into the offseason. Do you stick with Jalen Hurts the way he's playing, or do you go back to Carson Wentz? What's your call, Coach?
I think you stick with Hurts. I mean, the team seems to be rallying behind Hurts. I don't know what it is about Wentz. I don't think that I just don't get the feel that he's liked very much by his teammates for some reason. So I think you stay with dance with the girl that brought you. I mean, he's won the last couple games or whatever, or played well in the last couple games and really kept them in it. It seems that I don't know what this talk is you keep hearing about. Wentz does not want to listen to the coach and take coaching.
Mm.
I keep hearing rumors about that, about how he's not, being a team player and audible out of plays that are being called. He's audible out of it. There's some kind of chatter about that that's driving me crazy, because how do you let a quarterback do that? I mean, if you can't do what the hell I tell you to do, get out.
Right.
I mean, that would be my thing as a coach. And but that's just kind of strange to me. So I say you stay with Jalen Hurts.
Okay.
Okay. The Kansas City Chiefs beat the New Orleans Saints.
That was a good game. I'm gonna take my hat off. Drew Brees. I mean, that might be his last good game you see him play. Because anytime you see Drew Brees make some of the plays he made the other day, you got to think, hey man, that might be the last good game I ever see from him. Because he actually threw some balls over 4 yards the other day. I mean, like I said, because y'all laughing. I mean, the ones he threw one, but about 13. I mean, he didn't throw any long balls. That's the Drew Brees that we know today. But he was dotting some I's the other day, boy. He was dotting.
Yeah, no, it was impressive by him. It was very impressive by him. I actually was on the favor of having him sit to the playoffs, but if he plays like that the rest of the season, I mean, by all means, do his thing.
Yeah, dude. He did well.
The Cleveland Browns beat the New York Giants.
Coach, you ready to put some respect on Cleveland name yet?
Hell no. Hell no. First of all, the New York Giants ain't nobody. Y'all stop acting like they beat somebody. I mean, that's my whole. I mean, y'all keep it real. I keep it real. I mean, if they had beaten the Baltimore Ravens, or if they had beaten, somebody decent, let me see them beat the Kansas City Chiefs. Or let me see them beat another top tier team. I mean, let me see them beat Tampa Bay. Let me see them beat somebody like that. Then talk to me. But with that right there, ain't beat nobody. We all know the NFC East is horrible this year.
All right.
We did have a top team go down last night, and that would be the Pittsburgh Steelers losing to my Cincinnati Bengals.
Listen, I love it. Say it one more time, Travis. Who's Cincinnati Bengals?
My Cincinnati Bengals got the W last night. Don't be hating.
Only in America do you have somebody who is happy about a Week 14 win by a team whose record is 3-11-1. Let me explain something to y'all. When I said 3, that means how many wins they have. 11 means how many losses they have. 1 means how many ties they have. 3-11-1.
I never
and
said
this joker here, I mean, he hires a damn crackhead in a helicopter because his team finally won a damn game. I mean, you got to be kidding me. Unbelievable, Travis.
I almost
unbelievable. You know what I'm saying?
At 11:30 about this game.
I said, hey, you know what? Cincinnati Bengals, they're my favorite team. They slipped on damn banana peel and won a game last night, but we're still like second in line for draft picks again this year. We won't get the first overall, but we're second. That should have been no comment on this thing. But no, my Cincinnati Bengals. I mean, that's what you give us for a damn week 14, 15 win, whatever week it is, and your damn team 3-11-1.
I'm a happy guy.
I know, ain't no doubt.
The question is here for me is, has Pittsburgh painted themselves in the hole with Ben Roethlisberger now? Because you didn't invest in the backup.
Yes.
You didn't do anything with it. So
Yes, they have. Yeah. Because they got Roethlisberger is the guy that's holding them back. And he's not getting any younger. His arm strength has gone worse and worse the last few years. I don't know how much longer he can stay, a legitimate quarterback.
This is it for him. There's no way he can come back next year. There's no way.
Anybody behind him.
Yeah.
So,
dude, if you see the way he's throwing that ball right now, but see, here's the thing. Now, let me tell you this. Listen to me. Everybody out there, straight from the hip land, listen to me. This is why I hang out with black men. This is why when we go to Black Mania, I am celebrating up there because it's right here. Now, if you were the GM of the Pittsburgh Steelers Right now, you are trying to figure out what reclamation project you're going to have of a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to see if you can go get somebody raggedy like Jameis Winston, somebody raggedy like Cam Newton. You're going to see if you can go trade for Jimmy Garoppolo. What can you do to get somebody who's already in the league? Not none of this mess coming out of college and, you got to get him used to the pros and this. We're not doing that. Get somebody who you feel like we can fix. Is there somebody in the league right now that we can fix and bring in here and plug in to be able to? We got the foundation. We got the defensive, pretty good defense, this, that, and the other. We got pieces here. We got Juju, and which I'm not a big fan of Juju like everybody else is, but we got Claypool and some of these other guys. We got a lot of pieces here. We got enough here now that we can just bring in somebody to help us. And if we can do that, who is it? And that's what you need to try to do right now.
Okay. Last one. Tampa Bay Buccaneers beat the Atlanta Falcons.
Listen, I mean, I told y'all, Jason, help me out. Travis, help me out. I think it was after week 1, I created the hashtag, no lead is safe. I was watching that game. Me and Black, I said, Black, I can't go to Black Mania right now. I want to stay here and watch the Falcon game. He said, man, you ain't even paying attention. He said, the Falcons are winning 14-0. It was like the first quarter, 14-0. I said, man, come on, let's go on to Black Mania then, because I don't want to see it. Because I know I'm going to catch hell from the Falcon fans if they win. So let's just go ahead and go. Lo and behold, slowly, it's like you running Jason, you're old track guy, Jason.
Yeah.
It's like you running a 400-meter race.
Mm-hmm.
400 meters, Jason.
Yeah.
And by the time you get halfway around the track, you see that joker all at the first quarter, Jason. You see that joker all the way on the other side of the track.
Right.
He is that far ahead of you. And somehow you run him down and beat him in that race. How does that happen?
In track, we give you the ooh.
When I saw the other day, Jason, I love this, Jason. This is what I love about watching ESPN and sports TV. They show like Atlanta now. This is the place they're going to be in. They have them number 4 in the draft pick. They got them picking number 4, Jason. Guess who they got them picking? The Smith boy from Alabama, the wide receiver.
Devontae Smith.
Guess what that means? Have y'all ever heard that song Billy Joel sings? Say goodbye to Julio. Isn't that song Billy Joel sings? Say goodbye to my baby. That's your baby, ain't Annette Hood. Say goodbye to Julio. That's right, baby. I'll tell y'all that right now. That's what's finna happen right there. You can say goodbye to Julio if they're going to get Devontae Smith. Julio got to go.
I got a question for you. Is Antonio Brown washed up?
Man, please. Did you see him catch that touchdown the other day? Did he look washed up when he ran past that DB? Did he look washed up then? I'm telling you right now.
They say Antonio Brown's washed up, and it's not me, and it's not you.
This is an indictment. I
wonder who that could be.
This is an indictment on the head coach of the damn Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Your ass could have been doing that for the past 3-4 games since he's been there. And you hadn't tried it one time. The one time we see you try it winds up being a touchdown. How bad do you look, Bruce Arians? How bad do you look when you complain about Tom Brady, this, that, and the other? Antonio Brown went back there and ran past that joker like he was standing still. You should have been doing that all the time. At least twice a game, you are taking shots like that. At least. Why aren't you doing that? Man, please. Antonio Brown ain't washed up.
All right.
That's all I got.
That is all we have for today. Thank you again for another glorious show. I do want to say shout out to Jerry Vadner again. We dedicate the show to you.
Yes.
We hope for a speedy recovery, get you back on here and clown you up like we always do. Other than that, take us away, Coach.
Folks, we appreciate all y'all being here tonight. Wonderful folks out there. Tom, good seeing you. Good having you here. I'm going to come check you out this week. I'm going to try to come in there on either Christmas Day or Christmas Eve and catch me a movie because I ain't doing nothing. Miss Peavy, don't call me. I know you say, yes, you will. Yes, you will train my son if I call you. Don't try me, Miss Peavy. I'm telling you right now. Listen, if anybody see me training on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, I give you free training for a damn year. Because I ain't training nobody on Christmas Eve. Or don't call me. Look, where my phone at? I'm about to go hide my phone now. This phone right here will not be accessible to anyone. Leave me the hell alone on Christmas Eve. Let a brother rest. I need some rest. I need 2 days of rest. Leave me alone. Folks, we got to get out of here. Thanks, everybody, for being on the show. Good night, Miss Francis.
Merry Christmas.
Straight from the hip.
Straight from the hip, man. Them boys good, man. Them boys is good.